Hello, everybody. So, what is today's topic? Today, I want to talk to you guys about YouTube certified technicians and what that means, right? So, when we use the term YouTube certified technicians, it's usually meant as a derogatory term meant to describe someone who only knows what they know from watching videos on YouTube, but yet thinks that that gives them this level of skill that is really beyond what they really have, right? So let's discuss first what is a YouTube certified mechanic versus what is not a YouTube certified mechanic. All of us have probably at some point in time gone into YouTube, whether it was through a Google search or something else, and found a video about how to do something. Whether, maybe you're a paralegal that has no experience working on cars, but you want to change your own battery and you went on YouTube to watch some videos on how to do that, right? Perfectly fine. I did watched YouTube videos on how to insulate my garage to make it cooler in the summer, right? So that does not make you a YouTube certified mechanic. That makes you someone who is trying to learn how to do something that you're not planning on making a career out of, right? So just basically the curious, right? Another reason besides trying to find out how to do something may be that you just have a curiosity about it, right? I don't, you get the person that doesn't work on cars for a living, but they always wondered how the ignition system on a car works, what makes the spark plug spark at the right time. So they Google search it, watch some videos about it. Again, that's not what we're talking about when we say YouTube certified mechanic. What we generally mean when we say YouTube certified mechanic is someone who is watching these videos as their primary source of information to be a mechanic, right? That's the term that we use to describe those type of people. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? All right. So first off, let's say that all you're doing is watching YouTube videos and then slapping a sticker on your truck and claiming to people that you're a mechanic and going to do odd jobs for them. That's not a good thing, right? You're untrained, you're going out there, you're doing things that you probably shouldn't do. You might be doing unsafe things because you don't know any better because you haven't been trained properly. So that type of certified YouTube mechanic, bad thing, right? Good thing I would say would be if you were already working in the career as a technician, like you had a job at a Ford dealership working in their quick lane service lube department, and your dream is to move into the shop floor and become a technician, then yeah, I mean, getting on YouTube and watching some stuff and trying to learn more, it just shows initiative and it shows that you want to improve and that you want to learn things that you don't know, right? And that's good, but there has to be a watch out with that. And that's why I wanted to make this video, is to not discourage people from going to YouTube for information about mechanical things on cars and trucks and diesels and stuff like that, but to also learn to be careful about taking everything that they see in these videos as the gospel, right? There are times when you're going to see things on YouTube that are completely far-fetched and far from the truth and not the right way to do something, right? But as someone who's inexperienced, you may not know that, right? So if you're a young person and you're going to a trade school like AI or another trade school, you have resources at your disposal to verify what you're seeing on YouTube, right? I would never make fun of one of our students for going onto YouTube to get information or to learn new stuff. But I also admire the ones that will come to class the next day after they see something on YouTube and say, hey, Mr. Helvey, is it true that this happens when you do this? And then you can go deeper into what that YouTube video explained to them. And to be fair to the YouTube creators out there, there is a lot of very, very good factual content out there from a lot of people. I could go on and on and on about some of my favorite channels that I watch. Some of them I learn things. Some of them is stuff I already know, but I like seeing how they present it. My Vintage Iron is one of my favorites because I know the person who does the channel personally, having worked with him, and I just the professionalism he puts into his videos and the way that he conducts himself and explains things, I find really fascinating. And another one is called Engineering Explained. The I call him a kid because he looks young. I don't know his actual age, but the guy that does Engineering Explained is one of the best I can't even put it into words how good he is at taking the complicated and making it uncomplicated so that someone who is not a aerospace engineer can understand how shuttle rockets work. He is that good. And so there is great content out there, but I think that all this content, when it comes to young people trying to learn how to do the trade of being a diesel or an auto tech, really needs to understand that, yeah, you can learn a lot from YouTube. I admire the guys that go on YouTube to look for information because, like I said, it shows initiative, it shows a drive to get better, it shows a drive that for a thirst of knowledge of more than what they might be getting at the school. But utilize your resources to verify what you have learned, right? So when you come to school, ask your instructor, hey, I saw this on YouTube. Is this true? Or is there something else I should watch? And your instructors will probably be more than happy to go, yeah, that is true. If you want to learn more on the subject, here's some other videos that are on YouTube that you can watch because most of us know of creators and topics and channels that we like that present information in a way that we know is factual. And then you got the YouTube channels out there that aren't factual, right? You've got some guy out there who, hey, I'm going to create a YouTube channel and I'm going to try to get thousands and thousands and thousands of people to subscribe and watch this channel. But I only am doing this topic because I searched trending topics and diesel came up as one of them. So I'm going to make these videos where I talk about diesels, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to like Google and Wikipedia and all this information, and then I'm going to make a script and I'm going to talk about this stuff like I know what I'm doing. And then the unsuspecting person comes along who is just curious or just trying to learn, and they end up getting a lot of out of context material that's outdated, material that's just factually wrong because of where they sourced it from. So we want to avoid that kind. So the good versus the bad. Is there a good YouTube certified mechanic and a bad YouTube certified mechanic? I would say no, there's not both. There's only bad YouTube certified mechanics, right? Because those are the people that are relying only on what they find on videos online to progress their career, right? What we would call the good ones, they're not YouTube certified mechanics. They're professional technicians that have either gone through a trade school or did an apprenticeship or have a mentor that is training them in real life, but also is going online and getting additional information, right? So for all the instructors and other technicians out there that might make fun of people for finding information on YouTube, instead of ridiculing and making fun of these people, let's support them. Let's make sure that they understand what they're saying is factual or not. And let's try to create a culture where we support one another, right? I would never talk bad about someone else's YouTube channel on here unless I felt like they were intentionally misleading people or taking advantage of people by presenting information that was false without verifying it first. On this video, on many of my videos that I've made, you've probably heard me say, I don't know how this works, or this is something that in order to be a technician and work on it, it's not something I need to know, but it's something that if I wanted to learn, I could. And that's kind of the concept, that you want someone that's going to be honest with you and not try to fake knowledge that they don't have, right? There is so much going on in the world of diesel technology right now that I don't know about, that I would never assume to try to make a video explaining to you the inner workings and the new sensor setup and the new emissions controls on a 2022 Detroit or Cummins, because I've been out of the field teaching for a period of time that I haven't been keeping up with that. My bad. I need to, right? So I have access to DTNA and Cummins training and stuff, and I can go in there and get the training and then go and find an engine and get some practical knowledge and experience with it. But never would I even imagine coming to you guys, creating a video and saying, hey, this is everything you need to know about the 2022 Cummins, without having done all of that first, right? There are people out there that will take advantage and will try to present information like that. So again, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you have a chance to. But again, support everybody. Be mentors to the young people in your shops. Help them know the truth from the falsehoods flying around. And catch you on the flip side.